Hello people of culture, I'm so happy to have you all back in the Guesclin channel. It's been a while since we do Open Sesame edition, and right now we will do a new unboxing, not about Warhammer or Age of Sigmar, but rather it's a board game, and it's a very rare board game since it's no longer been produced and since the company has been winded down. But still, this board game has been renowned because of its large amount of miniatures that contain within the board game. And here it is Joan of Arc, Time of Legend, the Teutonic Knights expansion. The first thing that took me by surprise of this box is how large this box it is, even though it is only an expansion. Can you imagine how big would it be for the base game compared to the expansion itself? And I can expect that maybe half or more of this box would contain the miniatures needed to play. Yes, Time of Legend has been renowned because of its miniature collection since its release from the Kickstarter. And so now you have been honored to see the unboxing process while this box is still in its sealed condition. Now let's take a look at the outside of the box itself. The cover of the box is a hand water painted image of the Teutonic Knights, and you can see that the producer here is Mythic Game, which is no longer in operate since several controversy that happened to them. And the side have a very beautiful water painted image also. I think this board game has a lot of beautiful image, almost like if you know right now there is a Song of Fire miniature games. They also have a very similar style of design of the image itself. Now the different thing about this board game compared to other board game you may have already seen is how they don't show the component of inside the box. Usually it is shown on the back or side of the board, but rather they just give a welcoming speech on the back side here. And finally we've reached the beginning of our unboxing. The box is still in very smooth condition, no particularly major dent. It's so smooth and looks very good. Okay, let's open this slowly. It's a little bit difficult because it's very tight between the cover and the lower box and the upper box. So we have to be slowly. And here, okay, let me put this over here. The first thing we'll get is a setup or maybe rule books, which is in two language. This is the English one and this is the other language. And then we get several sealed cardboard, which is the hexagonal board for to place your miniatures. Well, this is a little bit bigger than I've thought when I see from any videos. So you get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 board inside here. And after the board itself, you will get over here the game card and also the unit cards. I think it is also in bilingual, one in English and the other is in French. We've got this unit card, the smaller one, and also this is the scenario or other legend card, I don't know. And that's it, that's all. After this, the rest of the box itself is the miniature itself. Wow, that's really a lot, because as you can see, we barely touch only the surface of the box, and then it's almost like 80%, 90% of inside this box is all miniatures. So it is divided into 2 big boxes. This is a very robust packaging. I remember this kind of packaging come from Steamford game, like the Dark Soul and also Bloodborne. They provide a very solid packing like this. Oh, okay, I could see that the smaller minis, the unit minis, are covered in plastic and are numbered. I guess they make for each of these make 1 unit or maybe 2 unit, as long as I know the cavalry can be placed in pairs, so you will get a unit will consist of 2 cavalries. Let's put this one back, and the second row we will get some terrain and also building feature. It looks very solid, and the print material also looks very detailed. And the last row is like a hut, a building hut. It also looks very solid and very thick to material itself. What really took me by surprise? What really took me by surprise was actually the size of the building and also the miniatures. I thought this would be smaller, but actually it is much bigger than I thought. You just see here, I'm using the ruler from Warhammer, and the height is almost like a 2 inch, a little bit more. Let's put this one back first, and we have this one. I don't know, it's like an archangel, Gabriel, something like that, and it's also very high. The height is almost 2 and 3 inch. It's quite big. I can feel it in my hands. Now, before we continue to the bigger box, I guess I need to see the details of the units. This one, number 6, is a cavalry. This is the cavalry unit. It's particularly not very detailed, because I can still see a very chunky of some part of the body. You won't see much detail, and I guess this is the weakness and typically happen on a soft plastic. rather than a hard plastic like on Warhammer type. And you can see there's still a lot of mold line, and you have to do a lot of work to clean up this mold line before for a better painting. It's also a cavalry and a little bit much smaller than the before, and still because it is a smaller size than your regular miniature, the detail are not much, but still I guess it's look very good, and I think I can handle the painting to give more highlight or detail for this unit. The detail on its spans and also the detail on the horses, I think it's quite good for this size of miniature. All of these are cavalry, and one of the great things that I appreciate of this board game is, even though the detail are not particularly good, but although I still think that the detail is very good for this size of miniatures. Let me give you a comparison. The height is almost an inch. Okay, so I think it's almost like 12 or 13 millimeter height, 13 to 14 millimeter height. Yeah, even though while the detail is quite good, one of the most things to appreciate is how much they make the different kind of design for different kind of knight. You can see there are 6 plastics, so there are 6 type of cavalry with very different design, and this one looks like a heavy infantry because of all the plating on the horses. Look at the face, it's a fantastic job. All of the mustache and also the and the beard all looks very soft and very intricate. The bigger one also consists of 3 layers, and I think this one much bigger because of the monster miniatures inside. Yeah, this expansion give a lot of monster minis, and you've already seen it. It's not even 3 layers but 4 layers, and the first layer is a wing. I don't know for what monster it is, but it's certainly a large wing. You can see the wingspan is almost 4.5 inches. Now let's move on to the first layer. Oh sorry, it's only 3 layers, but it's rather big. Oh okay, I see, it is for the dragon monster. Oh, I didn't expect that this expansion will provide the dragon one. Oh, okay, this is quite a surprise. And I don't know if this was right. I think it is a sprue or mold line that we should cut. Oh, this is so nice. The size of the dragon itself so big. It's almost span 7 inch long, and what you can see is beneath on the leg of the dragon. You can see the detail of the dragon is pounding down on a cavalry, and the rider itself was stripped away. This is marvelous, a really marvelous work and design. Even for like 13-inch millimeter, this design and also the texture of the skin are very good and very detailed made. Wow, let's see the other miniatures. Okay, this is like a fire spawn. I think we have a fire spawn. They also make a very crisp design of this model. And on the right side you have this like scarecrow. Yeah, like a flaming scarecrow. Oh right, the size is so big here. I have to agree that this is have a very similar and very intricate design, just like the Dark Soul from the Steamforged game. Let me give you a comparison. This over here is the bell gargoyle from the Steamforged game Dark Soul, and compared to the monster from the Joan of Arc, it's almost the same size. Even this one looks much bigger. And while the gargoyle also have a very detailed texture, this one is also looks very good and have a lot of detail that's comparable to the bell gargoyle. Let me give the size of the head. The head is almost 4 inch. Now, beside this, we also have another monster. I don't know what it is, but there seems to be a entity on the head pieces. It's almost like a trend with an entity on its head. It's another hero. I think this is more of a I don't know. I think this is one hero which is accompanied by guard dogs. There's also, this looks much different and unique. There are no other similar to this one. I think this is for a hero also. Wow, look at that. The design of the insignia and heraldry all over the bodies of the horse, they look so awesome in detail. It's almost like Zeus that ride Pegasus. It's not particularly big, but still quite almost 3-inch head, and the wingspan is almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inch wingspan. That's big one. Now let's see the box beneath it. Nice. You've got a lot of plastic here, which numbered almost to 26. Oh, okay. It means you will get maybe around 20 plastic over here. And look at this one. It's a very chunky plastic. There's almost like 10 or maybe 15 miniatures over here, and it's also a cavalry. I don't know where to start. There's a lot of miniature, and what makes this one so big and so large in number is because they compact this into plastic rather than make a fitting for each one of them. So you really got a lot of them. Take a look of this one. So fantastic. And you got a lot of this. if you put them into a row or put them one by one into a row, you will get that very massive look of mass scale battle with all this miniature. I remember having a miniature board game like this one. If you know Battle Lore, which already reached the 2nd edition, I think they still incomparable with this one. Their number of miniatures are far less than one you get for this Joan of Arc Time of Legend. Let's take the number 24. Another cavalry. And look at this, almost 10 and 15 of them. How much cavalry you get with all this plastic? You almost get like 50 cavalry inside this box alone. And can you imagine if you put all this cavalry into one board? You get this massive looks of an army. Wow. It's number 23, another cavalry. Let's just give a look. There seems to have smaller base. Still, this one looks good. It's like a regular cavalry, like cavalry, because of the less armor, and this seems to be using a throwing spear. Now here, number 25 is a foot infantry. Let's give a look on the foot infantry and how does its design still match with the cavalry one. The size is small, maybe less than an inch. Yes, it's almost maybe 10 millimeter. I guess this is the one that they call by 10 millimeters miniature. You can see, oh, they also mold the face. The face looks so detailed, and all the texture of the armor can be seen clearly. It maybe looks small and might be have less effort to paint, but still, to do all the details will take sometimes. And with a large number of miniatures, I don't know if either maybe this will take forever to be finished. Now next we have number 15, and this one is a halberdier. Not only they wield a halberd, but also there's a sword in their belt. They still use a shield. I really appreciate that the shield have a wear of being used and wear and damage chip away from being used. Although yeah, there's still, you can see a big mold line here. You have to clean it up. Oh, it's a bass or a rat. Okay, wow, it's gonna be a problem to color this one. It's a bass rat swarm. Okay, the rest are small miniature and small unit. Okay, let's give a final review on this one, number 11. They look much smaller than the rest. I think this one is less smaller. No, they are the same size, 10 millimeter, because of their post they looks much more shorter. it's a heavy knight because of all the armor plating, but they are using hammer on their hand, and I don't know what kind of shield is this. Is this like a wooden shield? Okay, I think that's all I can give you for today episode, because of the large and various number of miniatures. I cannot show you all one by one, but you can get the image of how good the minis you get from this box set. There's a lot of unit variation, and every unit you get almost like 5, maybe around 15 miniatures each, which give you a lot of choices and amount to make a mass size battle. And as you have seen that the size of the board was much bigger than I expected. I can see how you will need a larger table just to set up for this game. And certainly with this amount of miniature, there's a lot of painting work, very lot painting work should be done. Not only that, because the size of the miniature itself is so small, you have to take an extra effort just to put the detail on it. So okay, I think that's all for today, and I hope to see you again on another episode. Hope this video could be useful and could give you a lot of insight and entertainment on eye candy on the minis of the box itself. Okay, see you on another episode.